That's a fine bow there. Nice to see another hobbit here.
Oh, yeah, there's few and far between, I've noticed, in the area, but appreciate that.
More up here on the hill. That's where hobbit folk belong.
That's true. So yeah, I was wondering, this bow and I have been through a little bit now. Roads being what they are. I was wondering, I don't know much about them, but something feels, I don't know, a little loose, little off.
Well, let's have a look, see?
Right, here you go.
You can't come into Falden Tumbletoe without leaving with a working bow.
You know, they said that to me in town. Sorry, go ahead.
What kind of game you shooting?
The very large kind. Lots of fur.
Oh. Maybe an elk?
You know, I will say that I'd be happy to run across an elk next time.
Well, I see your problem here. It needs to be restrung.
Oh, okay. This might be an odd question. Is there any way to pretty it up a bit, or I don't know. I mean, it's a nice bow. It's a nice plain bow. It is good for what it is. It just feels like it's missing a little bit of character.
This hobbit takes a long drag of his pipe. Has a look over the bow. I'd say this bow has quite a bit of character. Look at the scratch here. And you can see where it's been worn, where you've held it. And there's this there's blood on the bow.
Oh, from a scratch, I'm sure. Probably need to get that cleaned off. I'm sorry about that.
I can clean it off for you, it's no problem.
I think you're right. It's interesting. I didn't really think about just all the, I don't want to say damage that it's taken along the way, but it's gone through some scrapes, hasn't it?
How long you been using it now?
Few months, really. I mean, I've had it for a long time, but it hasn't had this sort of wear to it.
Wow, you must have been doing a lot of hunting.
But yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, yeah. That's part of it. The other side is, I mean, you know, you doing a lot of holding on to it, just having it at the ready. I have to say, a little frightful out there, you know. It's nice to be within the walls here, but yeah, being out on the road, you can't look in every direction constantly. You can try, but boy, does that make your neck sore. So having it just at the ready, that helps.
Don't I know it? Well, all right. So we'll get you polished up. Do you want it engraved or anything?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Burn a pattern in.
Oh, okay, all right. A pattern.
Could even sand it down and put some different sort of stain on it or oil.
I don't want it sanded down, I don't think. I think you're right. It's got character to it. I want to keep that, but Maybe a pattern would be nice. I feel like it should be. It should suit something. It should have a good meaning to it. I've got a strange request. I'm not sure if you can burn this into it. Do you think you could do a little bit of a honeycomb pattern there? Just a few.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard.
And with that, could you put a little apple underneath?
An apple. Would you
Yeah.
want that painted, or do you want it burned in there?
I'm afraid if it's painted, it might get rubbed off. What with me, holding on to it so tight. So if you
Fair
could
enough.
just... Yeah.
Could also do a carving. How much time do you have?
We've got a little bit. Looking for a trader that we heard might be coming through. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's a little... I've got some time. How long do you think it might take?
Well, if we do wood burning, I'm not too busy right now, you see. I imagine should take a day or so for wood burning.
That'd be more than fine, I believe.
Painting, about the same. But if I do a carving job, that'll take some time. That'll take a few days at least.
Well, maybe I can just be mindful of it. I don't know how much time I actually have, so let's go for the painting and the burning. If we can just get a nice little honeycomb in there and then paint a little apple.
All right.
As a small request though, where they go, when you're holding the bow, you've got the string, you got the bow here. I want to be able to see both. I don't want them on the outside. I want them on the inside.
All right. That I can do.
I appreciate that. Yeah, well, okay, I gotta be heading back for a bit. I'll leave you to your work. It was wonderful to meet you. And you say London bow very low. Wonderful to meet you.
You as well, sir.
Thank you. London turns around and
Tell your
gives
friends.
I will. I don't. It's a solemn promise. Don't you worry. As London, as I walk away, I linger my eyes on the bow just a little bit, and then continue walking forward. I guess back to my friends.
As Lawton returns to the prancing pony, what are the rest of you doing on this new day?
I see that's how you saute mushrooms. Like, perfect.
I am not
they're
going
a little
to.
bit browned. No?
I am not going to remember all of this, but this is most enlightening.
Good. Well, and also too, like if you add a little bit of like sugar sometimes, you can get it to caramelize. Oh, then you're really, really in business. Oh, London, you're back.
Yeah.
Where were you off to?
Oh, I had to get my bow fixed up a little bit, and
That's
heard some
good idea.
chatter, among the people here of who to take it to. So I just figured I'd get up and out early and get it done. I hope I didn't cause any sort of stir. I wasn't far.
Oh, no. I was just showing Anduin about the sauteing mushrooms proper,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, right. All 12 steps.
All 12.
Right.
And
Yeah.
the additional 13 and 14 if you're feeling
yeah, if you're
spicy.
feeling,
I
spicy.
am sure we will have many chances on the road for me to devote 2 hours just to mushrooms. Yes.
Well, they are worth it.
It's worth it, yeah.
Yeah, you feel that time when you eat it.
It is good that you've had your bow fixed. You will need it for the road to come. But
Yeah.
we should probably linger here a day or two.
Yeah, I look over at Ryuth, who is still sleeping and snoring. Do you think he's hungover, like?
Not
He
a
did.
chance.
Ooh.
I say with one eye open, looking at her.
I don't know.
Then I roll over.
He did.
Okay. Okay.
He did stay on his feet drinking longer than most of us.
Oh, but not too much
No.
longer, right?
So wait a minute. That's right. I do remember not remembering anything from last night. So he won.
Yes.
Oh,
I did? Of course I did.
Of course.
congratulations, Master Dwarf.
Yeah.
You won.
You earned it. Yep.
Yeah, you earned that.
Quite right.
So it stands to reason he is suffering the most this morning.
Horrible stomach gurgly noises happening.
In the middle of my protest, yeah. I beg your pardon, I'm not suffering. How? I've never been so slighted in my life.
I find
No.
that hard to believe.
I also find that hard to believe. I'm gonna say there, Master Dwarf, that I'm getting a bead on you, and I'm pretty sure you have been much more slighted in your life.
Are you calling me a liar?
No.
Because
I'm
now
just,
it might be the case.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
That was pretty good.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, I don't think I want to be doing one of those drinking runs again for a little while. Not tonight, nor tomorrow.
With our
I feel
celebration
great.
done,
Yeah.
we should definitely rest up for the road. This is the first
Yeah.
time in a long time we've had proper beds and proper food. We
Well-
should recover before we travel again.
Who's all right? It's not. I
As I
wouldn't
say,
necessarily say it's proper. Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, there's some.
But it is definitely a step up from
Oh yes. Yeah.
trail
But
rations.
Like a small step.
There's some hobbit folk
Right,
up on the
either
hill
way.
over there. I mean, they probably have some good
Oh,
food.
I bet we could just walk up and they would arrange for a feast. Like.
They would, but I'll be honest, and maybe this is just, the time away in the road talking, but I feel like that would put them out a little. I know that's not normal, but
What?
I know. Well,
What's gotten into you?
there's a lot of us, There's just... It'd be nice to ask, just a little. Just... Let's go
Well,
up and ask now, actually.
Corn.
You know,
Great.
I do wonder whether hobbits outside the Shire are quite as welcoming as your kind are.
A hobbit's a hobbit.
A hobbit's a hobbit. I was just going to
Yeah.
say that. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that a hobbit is a hobbit. I just wonder if they have the means that it seems like most of those in the Shire have.
It is rather a habit for a hobbit to hobbit.
That
Well,
means is a good point, though.
and
It's a
see,
rhyme I've heard on
Not
the
like
road.
the food is readily available.
the thing is the hospitality we would receive would be of what we would expect, regardless of the amount they had.
Yeah.
They'd make do. But that
Allow
is
me
a good
to-
point.
Allow me to rephrase. The Shire is a very blessed place with abundant food. The rest of the world, not so much.
Yeah.
The hobbits
Starting to
here,
learn that.
the hobbits here on the hill would probably be willing to give you all that they have, but they probably do not have much, and I do not think we should intrude.
I agree.
All right. Okay.
Absolutely. Well, that's okay. Well then, does anyone need to pick up anything now? I mean,
That's
There's
what I
some
was wondering. Is there anything I can go do, like errands and the like, maybe?
we should. Oh, you know what? We should check on the old man there and his farm. See how he's been
Oh
getting
yeah.
on.
See how he's
been-
doing.
Yeah.
That is a good idea. Also,
The who
now that
now?
you have been on the road for a while, you have an idea of what supplies we need. Perhaps this time you be in charge of the shopping. You don't need me to come along now.
Speaking of shopping, I do need to get rid of some wares that I had on me. There's no point taking Blue Mountain silverware over to Rivendell.
What
Good idea.
silver?
Blue Mountain silverware. forks
We've had
and knives.
silverware this whole time.
Aye, in the back.
I've been eating with my fingers.
Aye, well, this is for selling.
It's for eating.
For customers, for paying folk.
Look, my teeth are not stronger than silver. We could have used it and then cleaned it off and then sold it. It would have been fine.
I don't sell second-hand wares.
It's not second. All right.
Well, I guess it's more like third hand, right? Because, he'd be handing it to you and then you'd be using it and then
Yeah, but it's
cleaning it off and giving it to somebody else, which would be more like... Unless you got it from somebody else, then it's more like fourth hand.
Yeah, but even so.
Aye.
A moment, if you please.
Okay. Get onto my feet from my bed, dust myself off, and teeter on one foot, right myself up, and then walk towards Anduin.
Toddles and Lawton, I remember when we first met, it was actually just out here in this same hallway that I gave you instructions on what we would need for the road. But I trust you remember it all this time, and you won't need me along. So
No.
perhaps have yourself a nice shopping trip. Gather supplies for the road.
All right.
I'm getting
I need to-
yams.
Yeah.
I
that
need to
sounds
talk
great,
to
yeah.
Rioth.
Okay.
You guys
All
have
right.
an after. Let's go. Let's go.
Say another word. We're on our way.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we'll get seasonal yams, but then we'll also maybe get some blackberries because I think that would be quite
and all
lovely.
The cheese. All the cheese.
Oh, so much cheese.
I hope they don't buy too much cheese. So,
They always buy too much cheese.
aye.
Even this is the first time, but I just have a feeling.
No, I have the same one.
Two matters to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
One of great importance and one of lesser. The lesser, if you are able to sell all of your wares, it may be best to make as much trading done as you can and perhaps consider leaving the cart here. As we travel east, we will be moving closer to the heart of the enemy. Closer to the shadow in the east and closer to Mount Gundabad and closer, of all things, to Angmar. The odds of us having to fight for our lives are much higher, and we do not want to be burdened and slowed by wares.
No, this is true. I suppose I could try selling off the cart along with all the wares. Unfortunately, Tharbad was not as forthcoming as I would have liked for trade.
If there is anyone in town that you trust, perhaps they could hold on to it or sell your wares for you. I assume you would still want to bring Rusty, though, to ride, if nothing else, but I'll leave the matter in your judgment. Just take care that bringing extra things does not slow us down to our doom.
Aye.
The second matter,
All right. Aye, then. Number 2.
I met a man last night.
Oh?
Claims to know Gandalf.
Oh.
He says he's a ranger. And he was accompanied by both of the rangers that we met out at the farmstead and Gwyleth.
I see.
He says he knows the way to Rivendell.
Do you reckon we can trust this man?
I think so. I have stared into the eyes of many men. He does not seem the deceitful sort.
And what kind of information did he give you? Was it much different from what we know already?
He was very guarded with his answers, which, to me, is a good sign. If he were simply lying and making things up, he would not be so hesitant.
Do you reckon it's enough to make the way there?
That I do not know. He said we would speak again today. I intend to go find him. I thought perhaps you would like to come with me for this conversation.
Oh, of course. For some good old dwarven diplomacy.
Nothing.
Aye.
You are probably more. You are probably more the diplomat than I am.
I'm glad you see it that way.
Do I need to roll? Do I need to roll deception of some kind?
Well, Rio is like wiping some of the vomit off of his armor. Aside from that,
Time spent in my father's company while he treats with outsiders has taught me some diplomacy, but you probably have much more experience in such matters.
You could say that. However, at the very least, it's also good just to hear what he has to say about the road as well. To see if we need any more provisions, that kind of thing.
I thought
where
to
is
ask
this
him.
man? Oh.
I thought to ask him to come with us if he proves trustworthy and see what he says.
I mean, if he doesn't seem like the bandit type. You said he was with others.
He was with the other rangers, which I believe means he is not a bandit. He is.
And you know for true they are rangers.
Well, you met Gwyleth yourself. I don't think we have any reason to doubt her. You also met the other two. For them to meet each other here so far from Tharbad and far from each other would be quite a coincidence. So they probably are rangers, yes.
In which case, I trust your better judgment. And, shall make myself ready for this audience with the rangers.
This man is different. I think you will understand when you meet him.
Like Gandalf different.
Not quite. He's still just a man from what I can see, but the simplest way to describe it is he is like the head of my house. He is like Beorn. Tall, speaks with authority. He is a leader. I can tell you that much. A leader of men. But he would not say of whom, or where, or when.
Well, those with that mantle are often hard to hide.
This is true. I believe that the way to Rivendell, concealed by magic, is not one that we can bypass simply by getting directions from someone. That is why I hope to find a guide who can take us there. If this man is not available, then we can still pursue this traitor you spoke of and hopefully find him.
Aye, good old Thurian. Sure.
I will give you time, I suppose, to ready yourself. And I'll go see if I can figure out where these rangers are, an elusive sort they are.
I'm always ready. And at your service. I'll be right behind. Right behind you.
Is that?
What?
I'm sorry, may I? And I'm going to reach and pull a crust of bread from Real's hair.
It's
Sorry. It's
put that back.
Put it.
Hmm. Much obliged. That's for later.
Right, I'll leave you to it.
Okay. As he turns his back, I plonk myself on the floor. Hui. Take the breadcrumb and eat it. Hobbits. Ugh. Never again.
Meanwhile, our hobbits are gathering some food and provisions out in Bree.
How's it taste?
Oh, pretty good. We should definitely get some instead of just the samples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, after a bite or two. Okay.
Or
So,
four.
yeah, right.
The berries are pretty good too.
So, butter.
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 As in the pony or the food?
Food.
Oh, right. Okay.
Butter. Some
Mhm.
spices. Need a few here and there. What we can get.
Right.
Well, but we'll be mindful about it. Okay, we're not
Right.
going to.
Not too much butter.
We're gonna. Yeah, we definitely want to prove that we can do a good job supplying ourselves. So, some spices, and then let's see. So we get cheese. Some good cheeses
What?
there.
I think they're out of cheese.
Oh, because we got it all, or oh no. Did you buy that? Did you buy all that and then eat it? Did you eat all the cheese already?
I was hungry.
That's
I
fine.
skipped second breakfast.
That's fine.
Don't
No,
look at
we'll
me
give
like
it-
that.
That's fine. Well, no. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking beside you, looking for other places that might. Did you just put another piece in? You know, that's fine.
Oh.
More cheese from somewhere else. Some dried meats if we can come about it. Okay, that's gonna be good. Maybe a few tubers of some sort, the potatoes, or
We could
I don't know.
probably
how long
get
those will
some sausage or some sort of like dried smoked meat or
that's
whatever
good.
salted.
Every
Yeah,
time
yeah.
Lawton looks away, Toddle's cheeks just get more squirrely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
Yeah, for those listening, I've been like shoving food in my mouth every 5 seconds. Less than.
Right. Okay. That's good. Outside of food, though, what else might we need for the road that we're lacking? We have.
There's more than food.
Well, now you know. I mean, we had the run-in on the road up here. I don't think we lost any like bedrolls or anything like that, did we? I just
No,
wanna make
probably
sure.
just like torches. You know, we might want to
yeah.
get some better lanterns
Oh, that's a good
instead
idea.
of the torches.
Yeah, let's. I'm looking around for a blacksmith, I think, or something like that.
Well, there would have to be one in a town this big.
I don't know, maybe like a padded vest or something like that.
Oh.
You know, something fancy to protect Piper.
Oh no, that's not a bad idea,
Yeah.
is it?
Mm-hmm. Maybe a helmet.
Yeah. Oh, a helmet. Oh. Well, there's. Oh God, getting hobbit-sized stuff is
Mhm.
definitely going to be a little troublesome. But maybe,
Well,
maybe for
I have an idea.
Yes.
I know it's terrible to say. What if we just get a child size and tell her it's a
I-
hobbit size?
Okay, I was about to say that. Literally, I
Okay,
was
okay.
glad you interrupted
Yep.
me because I felt bad.
'Cause now
as it
I'm
was
the one
coming out
that's
of my
saying
mouth.
it.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
thank you for
Mhm.
taking that one for me.
We just
okay.
won't tell her.
No, it's proper hobbit size, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe we'll see if we can find that. Get her.
Might need to get
something.
more raspberries too.
More raspberries. Why? We had so many. Are you kidding me? You know what the worst part is? You're not even sharing.
Oh, you can have some if you want.
Oh, thank you. It's very nice of you to say that now that there's none left.
Since when do I have to tell you that you can have some? Just reach over and take some.
It's just nice to be asked.
Would you like some raspberries?
Oh, I'm
Longton?
all right. I'm all right. I just want to be flippant right now. I'm all right.
All right, okay. 'Cause that's irritating me for some reason.
I'm sure it is, and I'm very sorry. eat your raspberries. I do want one, just one.
Okay.
Just one, please. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Oh, those are good.
Really good.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. So let's start with the blacksmith, and then
Okay.
see if we can get some more lanterns, and then we'll ask him if we can find we're going to say hobbit-sized, and I'll wink, and hopefully he'll get that I'm saying that size, our size.
Yeah. So
hobbit-sized.
yeah.
It'll be fine.
So,
Is there
you begin
anything else we need? Oh,
Go for it.
is there anything else we need?
That I can think of right now? No. The worst thing about the journey to come is we don't know what we're going to need. We didn't know we were going to need that much light. That was ridiculous. It didn't even feel real at this point,
Yeah.
So, but I think light's a good start.
Isn't it always?
Mm.
Right.
Okay.
Lead the way.
Sure. I just start walking in a direction I
And I'm
think I
still
hear.
shoveling the last of the raspberries in my face.
Sure. You begin to look for a blacksmith. It's not that hard. In town here, it's probably reasonably close to the Prancing Pony. You can probably hear the sounds of the anvil strike nearby, which gives you the indication of where it might be. You see a sort of large-armed, charcoal and soot-covered man with just a barest wisp of hair left on the top of his head that is flopping to and fro with each strike of the hammer. And you can see that there are probably some horseshoes being made or something along those lines.
Pardon me, I'm so sorry. Am I interrupting?
Oh, sorry.
I'm here.
Stops hammering. You can see this person sort of just look at the horseshoe real quick and dunk it in some oil.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
It's impressive.
What can I do for you?
Hi there.
Yeah, maybe some merchandise for the two of us, and then possibly more directions if you have it. Do you have any lanterns by any chance that you may have made that I could buy off of you?
Lanterns? What kind you looking for?
Something not too large, don't want it to be too heavy for us to hold. But just a good
Hooded lantern or...
Yeah, something that'll definitely weather the rain when we need it.
Yeah. We had that trouble last time.
Well, I guess what you got? I'd love to take a look.
Oh, right over there.
Over there. Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
These right here.
Aye.
Oh, these look good, London.
They do look good. Doing again, like how much, or is it just very, very expensive? I mean, because this one looks ornate. That one.
Don't buy that one then.
That's fair.
Well, did you make this one?
Aye.
But it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Why did you make it like this?
In case anyone put it outside their door.
Well, what's
good,
this?
actually.
What's this engraving?
Can't tell.
Is that your initials?
Supposed to be a
Oh.
flower.
Oh, I see it now.
That is a flower.
That's a lovely flower.
Lovely
Like a
enough.
tulip.
I think we should take this one.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And it's clear he put his heart into it
yeah.
and wanted it to be pretty for outside somebody's door. And I mean, we're traveling, so it doesn't
We're
need to be
outside-
pretty, but
No,
but,
but we're
you know,
outside
we're
the door, so
yeah,
that's
and
good. Yeah,
we're traveling, and maybe it'll make it feel a little bit like home. How much for this one?
yeah.
Not much at all.
Okay, good. Then I think we'll probably take that one then.
Oh,
and
a
then-
helmet. Hold on. Before, do you also happen to have a helmet? Like a hobbit-sized one?
Yeah.
If you know what I
yeah.
mean.
Yeah, or do you know
Or
anybody?
like a leather vest or padded armor.
Yeah, that might be good for hobbit size.
Hobbit-sized. Us-sized.
Yeah.
Well, I can probably make something. I can alter something to fit you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then, do you know somebody that might have something like that or materials for something? Because we're don't know the area very well, but we're looking to get a friend of ours is accident prone.
Very accident prone. Yep.
Yeah. So we're looking to
don't typically make that sort of thing. Hobbit folk here in Bree don't really seem to need much in the way of armor.
So when we say accident prone, we mean like incredibly accident prone. Like if you look away for a second. So do you have anything for children?
I look over Toddles. or know of anyone that might have something like that.
Don't typically put children in armor. We try to keep them away from such violence and such.
Which is good, which is very good. I'm just wondering if...
Very smart.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe we can get...
It's not too much trouble. I can alter something.
Yeah, so if we can get a leather vest and maybe we can just get it padded up or something like a child's side, leather vest. And then
we could also maybe get like a human-sized, armor thing and bring it
down.
He could probably make 2 out of 1.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah. Where should we go to get some armor?
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? Here, I sell armor. I can alter it for you.
Oh, okay. I thought you
great.
meant we had to go get the fabric and then bring it back and then you could alter it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, please. Could you alter something?
What kind of blacksmith would I be if I made you do that?
I have no idea. I've never been to one before. So this is all new to me.
It is, yeah. It's very new to me as well.
Brand new experience.
But you're making things a lot easier for us, so I can't tell you how
absolutely. And this tulip on this lantern is
What's
beautiful.
your name there, folks?
I'm Toddles and this is Lawton.
Hello.
We're hobbits from the Shire.
Name's Bertram.
Bertram. Nice to meet you.
That's a great name.
Do you have a family, Bertram?
Oh, yes, I do. Wife and 2 daughters.
Oh, and what are their names? And how old are they?
Mary and Sadie.
Oh, those are beautiful names.
Yeah.
Very human names, but very beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I know it doesn't matter. We know Mary.
Well, it's like Mary Santa Mama or something like that, right? We just call her Mary for short.
Yeah. Oh, it's not for short. That's the whole name.
What?
Yes,
he's saying
that's the
Mary's
whole
the
name.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a beautiful name.
It really is. Yeah.
They're
And
still
easier.
young yet. 8 and 9.
8 and 9. Oh, up to mischief, I'm sure.
They cause quite a few problems here and there.
And they're not accident prone.
No, hope
Oh
not.
no.
Oh, good.
Sturdy feet
Mary's
under
looking to
him.
become a blacksmith someday.
After her dad.
That's so lovely.
That
Are you
is
excited to
lovely.
start teaching her? When does she start her apprenticeship?
I've already started.
Oh, wonderful. I think I started my apprenticeship at like very young as well.
Wait, you
You're a
put that
blacksmith.
hammer.
No, not a blacksmith. I'm a bee charmer. A farmer.
I'm sorry, a what now?
A bee charmer. Bees. I deal in honey.
She cooks the honey out, you know.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
they
you
sell
make
it here
you
from
make
time to
honey
time.
then.
Actually, I think we might still have some of the stuff that we made, Lawton.
Oh, really?
We have herbs from his Yeah, I think I
that's
have a jar
right.
left. Yeah. Would you like to try some?
Just straight out of the jar.
Well, I mean, you could take the jar with you, but yeah, you could have it straight out of the jar.
It's
Here.
good for,
I
for your,
fumble
for
into
your
my
family.
bag. And I
My
give him a
hands
jar.
are,
Oh, well, we can
Would you
just
like
put
me
it-
to set it down? I can just set it down right
you know,
here.
if we had some of the silverware, we could just get a
I
spoonful.
know, we could have just spooned it out.
Can I buy the jar and then I'll have
What?
it later?
No,
No,
just
no,
take it.
no.
Just take the jar. I'm giving you I'm setting it down right here. There you
Oh,
go.
that's nice.
Enjoy.
Go ahead and make a roll for me here. Tunnels. This will be, I imagine a courtesy.
Okay. Do I need hope for this?
I'll give you hope. I'll give you a piece of hope
Okay.
there.
I don't know what's
Hull
happening, but
get
I'm
you two.
terrified. Success.
I'll tell you what. If I'm gonna work on your armor, you give me this fine honey, and I'll make sure I get it done for you in a day.
Oh, that's so kind of ya. But I was just giving you the honey to have the honey, not as some sort of,
I
bribery or
understand.
nothing.
It's just
Okay.
a kind gesture, and I'm making one in return.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very
Yes,
kind.
thank you. That is very appreciative. Thank you.
Look forward to it.
And you're doing us a service, really. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Very much so. She's so accident prone. We're very worried for her life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whatever you young hobbits are getting into, I hope you stay safe then.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Really appreciate that. Okay. Well, we'll be
We'll be back.
Yeah. End of the day or tomorrow morning? Which is better for you? I don't
Say
want to-
tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
All right.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much. And
Bye, Bertram. It's Bertram, right?
Bertram, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, Bertram.
bye.
Have a nice day.
Oh, you too. You too. Okay.
Walk away. What a lovely man.
I know. And also, can we just pat each other on the back because we are doing wonderful, right?
I know. Our
Look at us
shopping trip, yeah.
shopping and
We're going to have 2 things of armor. We forgot to ask for a helmet, but that's all right. I doubt he has anything,
asked for a
right?
helmet.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
I asked
yes,
for a
I
helmet.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
Okay.
fine.
Well, we're doing really well. Was there anything else that we needed, or can we go back now?
I think we can start on our way back. I don't think we're mostly laden down at this point with supplies,
Yeah.
at least for what we got. But we did due diligence, cheese and dried goods. We did great.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah. Oh! And I lean over and I whisper something into his ear. I wanted to get a gift.
Oh. Okay.
And I'll tell him what it is, but you don't get to know, audience.
Anduin, Rioth, you head downstairs in the prancing pony, and you can see that Gwyleth is there having breakfast. Hood is back, but still sort of shadowed in the corner table.
Well, that's Gwyleth. Where are the others? I look around.
Hopefully she knows. Is she seated alone?
She is.
I'm simply going to just walk over and sit down.
Okay, I follow.
As you sit
Morning.
down, Gwyleth seems unsurprised by your visit. She's got probably, I imagine, some eggs and some sausage that she's just eating with some bread. And says, "Good morning."
Good morning. I will admit, I was somewhat surprised to see you here. I thought you would be busy acting as Thurnau's eyes and ears.
Well, Captain Thurnau sent me to look over the caravan.
Which one? The one that was destroyed?
Aye.
Just to watch, then, I take it. What happened? It was a rather grim sight.
Goblins. There were far too many.
You were with them when it happened.
I went off. I saw scouts. Thought they were scouts. Tried to catch them. Kill them before they were able to let anyone know. It was a diversion.
How many are we talking here?
On the road. Nearest estimate I could make. 20, maybe 30.
That's
Far
not
more
that
than I
many.
would expect.
Point the way, and Darwin here and I will take care of them. 15 apiece.
Easier said than done. The goblins. I am an expert tracker. I lost the trail. I don't know if it was some sort of magic, but their trail just ended. It went further east of Bree.
East.
Then it was lost.
Did you feel the magic? When it was, as you were tracking them, was
You
it
mean
cold?
feel? Cold?
Aye. Sometimes, when dreaded black magics are cast, such as, look at Andarwin, the kind we faced in that farmstead. There is a lingering chill to it, at least, with what we're familiar with. I must needs know whether or not it's that same kind of magic if these goblins are consorting with whatever foul evil we encountered in the south.
Even if it were, then what was on this caravan? Were they transporting something that a well-armed large group of goblins with magical concealment would want to steal?
To Bree.
Caravan was returning to Bree. It had nothing. There's an agreement between Bree and Captain Gurnow. And Captain Gurnow is offering frankly gold. I do not know where he gets this gold from, but only gold. I do not know what goblins would have need of gold.
It is not unlike goblins to lay waste for nothing. them attacking this caravan out of the black is no surprise. But
Was the caravan carrying gold, or was it carrying nothing?
Gold. Not much by a large city standards, of course, but more than I thought that Gurnow had to offer.
Now that much is intriguing, given the state of Tharbad when we left it.
I think it's safe to say that much of Thurnau's gold comes from extorting his own citizens, but his own citizens have not that much gold to take.
At least, not anymore.
I am less intrigued by where Thurnau gets his gold and more worried how and why these goblins would know to come and take it, and why he would send you to keep watch over the caravan. Does he do this often, or is this the first time?
No. I suggested it. With the Dune lendings taking, sacking Londair. We need many scouts down south.
Loremaster, would I be able to make a roll to determine whether or not, or for what reason, goblins would want gold?
Oh, yeah, I mean, you can make an insight check, I imagine, or I guess a lore check. Lore.
Okay.
Yeah. You find out different information depending on.
I see your insight and I go for lore. May I lobby for 1 because it's goblins and I know goblins?
A bonus die?
Aye.
Do you know goblins?
I've only fought goblins all my life. Know your enemy.
All right.
Not well enough with a miserable failure in an Eye of Sauron. Not today.
You do have to adjust your stats there.
Oh.
Is there a...
Wait.
Why would you be miserable?
Yeah.
Should we not all be fully rested?
Oh, in
should
which
be.
case, it is a screaming success with 1 extra success.
Is it a screaming success?
Aye.
Okay. Because you got 8, 14. No, it's the same number. Still missed the target number.
Oh, well, I'm screaming internally.
Okay. So. It doesn't make a lot of sense to you, Rioth.
Okay.
That's for sure. Gwyleth says, with everything happening with the Dunelings to the south, Gurnow was very reticent to allow me to go to the north. I came this way, pleading so that I might speak with Strider.
Oh my god.
Have you had your audience with this Strider yet?
Yes.
Do you know where he is now?
Why does that matter to you?
I had made plans with him last night to speak with him today, but he did not say exactly where. On that note, why come all this way to speak to this man Strider? Is he your leader?
He's one we respect. And
I can tell.
Strider will often travel through much of Eriador, bring news to other rangers.
I
But
see.
if you wish to speak with him, I believe he will return this evening.
Very well.
Okay.
And
In which case,
As
I
to-
could do with breakfast. Sorry.
as to your previous question about the cold,
Oh, aye.
it did feel cold, and there was an odd mist about.
I think you would see my beard sort of prickle at the notion of that. Of goblins consorting with this sort of power. And this is what might lie in the east.
I am still young, by many of our standards. My assignment with Gurnow over the last few years is my first one from leaving home. I have never encountered such a thing before. Be wary. These goblins, the 2 scouts that I managed to kill, they had no markings, no tribe. They were very smart. If you travel east, be wary.
I think you would see a row of pearly white teeth shining through my fiery beard, and they shall make a very cunning kill indeed.
We do travel east. And it is likely we will find these goblin friends of yours. And if we do find them,
When we find them,
the folks from your caravan will be avenged in short order.
Well,
aye. I slammed the table. Well, I wouldn't do that. Would I? Maybe I would. I reach over the desk and then the table. I take a plate and I have the breakfast. I swear on this breakfast, your people shall be avenged.
Do you start eating her breakfast?
Mm-hmm. That sausage has been looking at me this entire talk. Consider it payment.
very well, Master Dwarf.
Dwarven diplomacy is a sight to behold, is it not?
That it is. It's been some time since I've smiled. So I suppose the diplomacy works.
See, I told you you were better at this than I.
Only on an empty stomach.
If you see Strider before we do, you can tell him we will be lingering around here for at least another day, so I can speak with him before we leave.
You say you spoke with him last night?
I believe you saw me as he followed me up the stairs.
He was in a rather strange mood. I'm not sure
How
of
so?
what you spoke, but he was quite troubled.
It is troubling times.
Well, it appears I'm done with my breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be doing a
good one of
patrol.
that.
I'll be doing a patrol around Bree. If I see you before you leave, it will be well. If I do not, safe travels.
Down to you.
And for this patrol, you are looking for signs of these invading goblins.
Or worse.
I may join you for this patrol, if you'll have me. I am also an expert tracker. And aside from waiting for Strider to return and for Thorian to show his face, I have no other business to attend to in Bree.
Very well. You are... She looks you up and down. Quite large for the kind of, patrolling we do.
You will find that despite my stature, nature's veil conceals me quite well. The trees have been my friend for many ages.
Does it now? Alright, let's see if you can keep up.
Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum. Are you kidding me? That was so cool. The trees have been my friends for ages.
PB is the ultimate hype man.
Indeed. I shall leave you two on your patrol. I have some business I need to take care of here. Some wares that need to be offloaded and some hobbits to find.
Yes, you have much merchant things to do, and frankly, you probably do not want me standing there while you sell things.
Aye. You go be walking, talking bush, and I'll go sell stuff.
As you
Sorry,
wish.
tree. And I'll see you in the evening.
Gwyleth and Anduin leave the prancing pony. Our hobbits
Huh?
are doing some more shopping and whatnot.
Uh-huh. Can it be a surprise? Do we need to roll for it?
No, I don't think we have to roll for it.
Okay.
So you did level up. Did you take any
I
points
did
in
not
Valor?
level up anything yet.
Well, I would suggest
I do that. Okay.
Yeah.
you could do a Valor point if you want
Okay.
and have a look through some
What's the
items.
valor? Okay.
That's up to
Oh,
you.
you're suggesting that this be one of those items. Okay,
could be.
I got
No,
it.
that's a good idea.
I got it. Thank you, GM. Loremaster, I will. I
could
assume
be.
since it's custom, though, we'll pick it up tomorrow morning.
Sure.
Okay, then it gives me time to look through and see what
Okay.
we could do.
So, the two of you are out and about, and Rioth, you come across these lovely young hobbits.
Oh, and I just love that. I think they're going to love it.
I mean, they wish. Hello, Master Dwarf.
Shalom.
Hello?
Did you say hello?
I said shalom.
Is that a Bree greeting?
It is
Shalom.
Yes. Yes.
Shalom.
I'm clearly lying.
I was going to make a lore roll.
Oh,
I mean, you can do an awareness roll to see.
Awareness, I'm very aware.
But just
Oh, shalom.
catching on. So how did you and Anduin were off to go talk to someone or something like that?
They were having secret conversations.
Secret conversations. Yeah, we got the
No
we got the wink
here.
without the wink. So
Oh.
Which is good.
I could do with more winks, but I have a bunch of work to do. But no.
Anything that we can help with?
Yeah, can we help?
Okay, sure. What do you two know about trade?
Oh, I would love to roll for this. We have done some trade.
Oh, I was going to say we have done a little bit because that's kind of what we were doing before all this started, right?
Yeah.
'Cause we would come to Bree twice a year to sell our honey and herbs.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say that actually. I'll go because I'd like Rios to know that. Oh, well, we know a little bit. I mean, that's, that's kind of, what we were up to before, all this took off.
Okay.
My family runs a bee farm, right? And they sell honey. So, and, also that honey and mead and all sorts, but they're kind of like honey, purists. They only want honey. They don't want any herbs mixed in. But I've been saying since I was little, it'd be nice if we added lavender or if we had like some other herbs or flavors in there. And they don't like that idea. So London and I have been doing that together with the herbs from his farm on the side with our own little name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a little bit about trade.
Very well. So I have a few errands I need to do. It's been I've been made aware that, well, on this journey to Rivendell, I need to get rid of my wares. I've been lugging them about back and forth from one battle to another, and quite honestly, it's not only weighing us down, but we could do with the money for, of course, living expenses and all that. So, without further ado, I will list off the things I do have, and maybe perhaps you could give me some insight into Bree and all that. So I've got an empty keg from Butterbur Beer. Maybe perhaps we could just leave the empty keg.
Oh, it's empty.
Aye. That's the only thing I was able to sell in Tharbad.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh.
Yes, something about drowning or sorrows, but everything else I did not get any takers for.
Well, I imagine that the barrel will actually do fairly well, people age things in barrels.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can sell anything with the right line or whatever, right? I mean,
Suppose so. What kind of line would you give me to sell a barrel? A used one. From Bree.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't say used, I would say aged.
Okay.
aged, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have never been used cutlery. That's going to sell so
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. Or we could
Unaged
just
cutlery.
keep some of the cutlery.
Okay, well, I
Oh.
have some Blue Mountain silverware. I've got some forks, some knives, and this
And an aged artisan brewing barrel.
Oh,
an
artisan, good work.
aged artisanal brewing barrel.
There you go. That sounds great. How much for that?
And Miss Threadgood, you might already know about this other thing I have. I have seen you around my cart, or at least sniffing about, but
What?
I
I'm
will
not
confirm
sniffing,
I
I'm
do.
inspecting.
I've
my
got
nose.
a pallet of long bottom leaf and old Toby. A pipe leaf. So I need to get rid of that as well. That's from your
And-
part of the Shire, I believe.
Do you happen to remember how much of that you have
2 of the ground.
left? Right.
Aye.
And it's not possible some of that, maybe fell off in the ride over.
Oh, I'm sure some of it must have desiccated on the travel. Young Miss Hobbit.
What?
But,
Sorry. I forget that you have to ask for things with people.
Aye.
I will next time. I'm sorry.
So I have these to get rid of. I was supposed to sell the silverware in the Shire. That's where
Oh.
but
There's Hobbit folk here, so if they're Hobbit sides, then I think you'll probably be able to get rid of them without
Okay.
too much of an issue.
all right. How about this then? I will divvy up the wares, or at least the spoils of this sale, if you, Mr. Proudfoot, and you, Miss Threadgood, be my salesmen and women, or man and woman, sales Hobbit.
Yes, I'll
right.
absolutely do that.
Right. Okay. So let's go. And in fact, no. I think I am with Rusty right now. I have the cart behind me, and hop on. Let's go to where the hobbits live. I believe in Bree, they're up north. No, like where all the little hills and hillits are and stuff.
Just head for the hills. Yeah, we can probably almost go door to door with it, I imagine, and
Yeah, probably. Oh, we also might want to do the barrel at the Prancing Pony, because they probably brew their own, I would imagine.
This is from the Prancing Pony. This keg is from Butterbeer Beer themselves.
You know what? Hobbits will probably get that.
Okay.
Anyway, do you know how much stuff that we could store in a barrel, and then everything that you put in that barrel is going to have that flavor of butterbeer on it?
Yeah, I think we'll be good. Now we'll see what we can offload a house at a time.
Perfect.
We just have to be, good salesmen. That's it. Salespeople. We can do that.
I can do that.
We can do that.
I'd like to say that we've just arrived at the first house, and I've here we are. Okay. How about one household's worth of Blue Mountain silverware? Miss Redgood, you're up.
Okay. Do I need to roll to see if I can do this?
Sure. I think
Persuade?
So it's a good question. So I was looking at this because Tolkien is not a particular fan of bartering and money, and has purposefully left many of these things out.
He wasn't too keen.
Yes. God damn it. You can make a courtesy check because it has to do with establishing friendly relations with strangers and making good impressions. Persuade will be usable as well, I think.
Sorry, I was looking at the items for Valor. What should I roll?
I would say courtesy or persuade.
Okay. If I've got a check mark in courtesy but only 2 boxes, is that better than persuade if it's unchecked with 3?
That's a Fairlight math question.
I'm sorry, could you repeat it?
Yeah. If I have courtesy checked and 2 squares, is that better or worse than if I have persuade not checked but 3 squares?
That's a great question. I would go for the favored roll though.
Okay. What are your TNs? Your target numbers for these?
That is not a question that can be answered without sorry, the question you asked me is not one that can be answered without a calculator.
Got it.
I can weigh in though.
Okay.
Actually, as odd as it is for math, I also agree with doing the favored roll. Your target number is probably 13, right?
I have no idea.
It
Number
should be
at the
13 under
column
heart.
For courtesy.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
For heart?
12.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would absolutely go with even with 2 getting favored.
Okay.
Your likelihood of hitting 12's a lot better than.
Hold on. Am I about to make a realization? Are all the things in the left column under success?
All of the things are under the appropriate column.
Don't look
That's
at me.
good. That's good. It's great.
I didn't realize.
Now then never.
Which means the next time
14 days.
Yep,
Well,
I'll never forget that.
But to help you, going forward, if any of us get hurt, imagine what you have to hit when you're rolling healing. You have to hit a 12. It's not too
That's
bad,
not bad.
considering all the pips you have in it.
Okay.
14 days, not 10 days.
So,
Never live that down.
So, this is pretty good stuff. You imagine that you could sell... see, I don't know how much of each of these things you have, Rioth.
It would have been essentially pallets from my place of living in the Blue Mountains. I would have gone straight through the Shire on my way down to Thought.
Do you have like a dinner set worth of that, or?
I would say I have about 2 or 3 families worth, whatever that is. Like, you know,
So
sets,
maybe 12 sets?
Aye.
Okay. We'll call it 5 treasure rating for each.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
that's good.
This is a big deal. Rio's giving up his
Yeah.
cart.
Yeah. I'm emotional about it.
So, yeah, you know, it's each set is worth about 5 treasure rating there in Toddles.
Okay. Do I need to be taking the money down, or is Ryu's going to take it down?
You are
he
the
asked-
salesperson, the
Oh,
sales
shit.
hobbit.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
on the cart. I'm watching you go down the walkway or whatever.
All right.
And,
So you said it was how many sets?
12 sets, and
12
it's
sets
probably
and
worth
5
about
per
5
set.
each,
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
which would be roughly 60 treasure rating for the whole lot.
Ow, okay.
Handmade, dwarven, Blue Mountain silverware, forks, knives, and this rather intriguing, not so much invention, more than a mistake, a happy one. It's kind of like a fork, spoony thing, bit sharp on the end as well.
Wait, yeah, it
An
started
orc.
as a spoon and then
No, I don't
got
think that
jacket
works.
at the
It's
end.
not an orc.
An orc
Question.
spoon.
How
Really?
many?
So
Come
sorry
in
to
one set?
so
Fork.
sorry to interrupt.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna double check one thing. I just want to see another item in comparison. I might
Sure.
lower it a tiny bit.
Okay, that's okay.
So,
How many come in
I-
one set? Like, is it enough for us all to use one set if I were to pay for
Oh.
a set?
No. So each set is like fork, knife, spoon.
Yeah, okay.
So to go over this again,
Hmm?
it's a spoon that has jagged on the end. Did you say it's
Aye.
for an orc? So
No,
it's
I
a
was.
spoon for an orc,
Yes.
which
so
makes
it's
it a spork.
Well, I don't think it's for an orc, but I was trying to merge spoon and fork.
What a
I
great
got
trade, you know, like
Fork is better.
razzle dazzle
I
for
think
creating.
foon rolls off the tongue
Foon!
better.
That is way better. Foon it is. That's like one
I
letter
don't know
off
about
of food.
that. I still think spork works well, but fine. Foon.
But foon for food.
It is, but I don't know. Foon. It sounds like some sort of weather happening.
What? No, it sounds like
Yeah,
food,
here
which
comes
I
the
already
foon.
love. It's perfect.
You're
Foon
the
it
sales
is.
hobbits. You can call it
Well,
whatever
this
you
is-
want,
no, this is
provided
her-
you make the
this is-
sale.
This is her sale. I'm sitting back too. I want to see this.
Foon it is.
I'll do the next one. I'll do the
Okay.
next one. You do this one.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I get to roll. Oh, I already rolled and I succeeded. Okay, wonderful. So I come running back up and like my head's bobbing and my hair's flopping around and I'm just like, I sold all of them, every single one.
Oh, I see.
They
Well-
got a set for them, and then they got a set for their aunts, and then they got a set for their great aunt and their grandma and their like whole family. They wanted everyone to match. All the hobbits and Bree.
That's a good present that they're gonna have.
Do have to adjust the price. So I'm sorry. It will.
That's okay.
It's going to be. It will be 3 treasure rating per set. So
Okay.
3 times 12 is 36.
36. Okay, thank you.
Most impressive.
Thank you. All right,
You
your
might
turn,
be a
London.
sales dwarf yet.
Yes, my turn.
Okay.
What am I selling? Where? Oh, up there?
You're selling some long bottom leaf and Old Toby. It's a blend that I've gotten from.
Oh, he knows his leaf.
Yeah, that's going to sell itself. This is
He's-
going to be
You know old Mr. Hornblower. I bought it from him. So
right. Yeah, not easy. So I
might just want to check the quantity before you
check the quantity.
Well, you don't want to be promising like.
Yeah, well, no. I mean, I do need to see how much there is. I mean,
Overpromising
I'm
an
going to be
amount.
bringing it over to him. So, which, Rios, where is the little bag? Or is it a box? Where you have it in?
It's like a oversized clam, I believe. It looks like a clam, but
Okay.
it's not. It's
Oh, right
the
here.
ornate thing. Aye.
I'm going to open it up. How much is even in here?
Let's do
Loremaster.
a roll.
We do a contested roll.
Yeah, this is gonna be good.
Oh.
So here we go.
This is my worst nightmare, by the way. I would never do this to anyone. I would never just like go into their
Yeah.
stuff.
Let's see here. Rioth. I feel like I want to make you both roll your best things just because it's hilarious.
But yeah.
Please do.
Let's see. What can I make?
You could do
Talos,
courtesy for me. It's not my best thing, but it makes sense.
Courtesy. I feel like stealth is a good one
Yeah.
for you.
Okay. All right. All right.
Maybe craft for the...
Yeah. So you're not trying to beat your target number. You're trying to beat the other person's number now.
Okay.
So stealth roll from Toddles. Rioth. This will be... Can we have you roll?
Scan.
Yeah,
yeah,
actually.
like as if he's been knowing I've been doing it anyway, you know? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Maybe he's been pulling a lot of
Okay.
it out, so you can...
I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh!
Not so fast, criminal scum.
All right, wait, for those listening, okay, Toddles rolled a Gandalf rune and a 9, okay, and then Real followed up with a Gandalf rune and an 11.
Oh, fantastic!
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
good.
Okay. So, I think what we'll say is, Rioth,
Aye.
maybe you left some out on purpose for... It's like a diversion tactic
Aye.
for Toddles, because
Can
you
do.
know that there's going to be some theft, for sure.
Can't beat him,
I
distract
mean,
him.
I did craft them a pipe. They've
Yeah.
been on a long adventure, and there hasn't really been any opportunity to purchase some. So, I have.
Okay. All right,
I had to test out the pipe. He made it himself.
all right, so that means that what I'm getting is a fair amount of what you had, right? So
Mhm.
so how much am I selling at this point?
Well, you have to figure that Rioth purchased some from the Shire to
Mhm.
resell, and I imagine that it's an okay amount. So it's probably small barrel full.
Ooh.
Okay.
You remember the barrel that they found in the movie?
Yes, yes, and they open it up, and okay,
In the
okay.
extended
Alright.
extended edition.
That's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to carry this to the door, and my goal is to sell all of it right here. Like I
So
don't know.
canonically, it would be the exact same brand of barrel because it is from Mr. Hornblower, who is the primary pipeweed exporter of or maker of pipeweed in the Shire.
Okay,
So it is
all
the
right.
exact same barrel.
By
So
the way,
I'm gonna
part of
not-
the reason that I'm giving you so much for this treasure rating stuff, chat, is I
Something
haven't
is
really
about to
given
go
them.
down.
I haven't really given them any major increases or anything in treasure rating throughout the entire adventure. So I feel like this is a significant thing for Rioth.
Yeah, I mean, this card.
appreciate
This has been a big part of his identity. This has got to be difficult, or difficult, but also pleasing at the same time, right? Because you're making a
It is
coin.
one less thing to worry about.
Yeah,
He's finally
Okay.
getting the payoff for lugging this thing through all of our encounters
Yep.
and episodes thus far.
I'm
Oh.
giving myself a hope, and again, I don't know what the role will require for this, but I'm trying to sell it all right here at this one. As I knock on the door, and I
Holy.
get a great success.
Okay.
Widen the influence.
So, how would you like to spend your extra success?
Yeah, widen influence. I don't
the
know how
whole
many people are
neighborhood comes
in.
down.
Yeah, I don't know how many people are in the hill right now, but I'm being
yeah.
very loud. Like,
you
know.
you create a scene. You're on the Hobbit Hill, and
Oh,
several of the neighboring hobbits start to rush over
What's a pipe without the right type of leaf? Right? When the evening comes down and it's time to be off your feet. Watch that sun slowly drift away.
Is that old Toby?
You need a good weed. Oh, of course. Nothing finer.
Oh, it's been a while since I've had a smoke.
Oh, well, I've got plenty. Please. Come on, come all. But hurry up. It's going fast.
Is that old Toby? Hobbits come rushing up as Lawton begins the fire sale, essentially.
Oh, yes.
And you...
He's starting a Black Friday stampede of customers.
Hairy feet everywhere, trampling each other to get a smoke.
One at a time, one at a time.
I'll take 2 leaves.
I'll take
2 leaves, 2
5.
leaves. 5 leaves. Oh, well, absolutely. There you go. You sure I can't suggest a 6th?
Oh, my wife will kill me, but I'll have a 6th.
Ah, there we go. You know what? She'll be appreciative of it. You know she will. Here you go.
And let's see here. For a barrel of pipeweed, I think you can get 20 treasure rating.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
So 20 for the barrel, and it was how much for the other thing?
36 altogether.
36. Okay. So
So a total of
56.
56. But we can say that you spend a little bit of time shopping and selling things, and Lawton comes back with an empty barrel.
Couldn't get rid of the barrel, but I'm sure we can find a use for it. There you go.
Very well done. Dare I say I couldn't have done it better myself.
Oh, I very much doubt that. I'm pretty sure that... you know what? Thank you very much. I should just take the compliment and let it be. But...
Pleasure doing business with you. I bow long and deep. Okay. That leaves us with just one last thing now, which is getting rid of the cart itself.
Oh.
But I'm sure we can find something to do with it.
Well, I'm sure. If nothing else, there's always a stables. I'm sure they'd be happy to take a good sturdy cart off your hands.
Right.
I think you would all know, maybe with the exception of Anduin, that there isn't a true stable here. There is... The closest thing to it is Fernie's house.
Oh, okay.
Is Fernie alive? Or how old is Fernie in where we are right now? When we are right now?
That's a very good question. Find out.
Because Fernie had that one horse of his own, otherwise there's only really the parking space at the Prancing Pony as far as I know in Bree.
Yeah, this would probably be Bill Fernie's father, I imagine, who goes by William. But yes, you know that is down to the southeast, far along the road leading to the eastern gatehouse of Bree. Is that where you are headed next?
I suppose so, just to get rid of the cart. And I guess I'll try and do this one.
Okay.
I knock on the door of Mr. Fernie's house. Could you paint a picture of this house? Because I know how it looks like in the books, but I can't imagine it was always like this.
Yeah, it's still pretty close.
Okay.
It's still sort of a... it's a fenced-in home that is very sad-looking. The location being sort of so far out of the main part of town might come across to most people as being like quaint or like, oh, this is somebody that likes their privacy. And it's more along the lines of the home that nobody really wants to visit, or they might talk to their children about staying away from. One of those houses.
Oh,
Aye.
like the old witch on the hill.
Okay. I knock on the door. Boop, boop, boop. Hello?
You see an eye looking out. Who goes there?
Greetings, Ruth, a trader from Eriador. Sorry to disturb you, sir. I'm trying to make a quick trade. As far as I know, you are one of the few stable owners here in Bree, and I was just wondering if perchance you could use a fairly used cart. Aged cart. I wink at toddles.
Well loved.
Aye.
Make a courtesy roll or persuasion.
Okay.
I'm giving you
Courtesy or persuasion?
Oh
I'm
yeah, I was
giving-
going
giving me
to suggest
hope.
that as well. but
Okay,
okay.
because
hope. It's the well loved that you're
right. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's a failure. Who would have thunk it? It is funny though, so it tracks.
Not interested.
Oh. Oh.
Can I roll to put my foot in the door?
Sure. Athletics check.
Yes.
Oh lord.
Nope.
Breaks your ankle.
Just slams the
No.
door in our face.
You you try
Well, that
to
was rude.
throw your foot in there and the door closes too quickly. This person seemingly doesn't want to talk to anyone.
Well,
Well, have a nice day. Thank you for
hey,
your time.
have a nice day. Suppose you can't win them all.
No.
That's a perfectly good card.
The three of
That's
you
a
can make an
great
awareness
card.
roll for me.
Oh, yes, please.
Absolutely.
Success.
Awareness,
This
you
is
say.
a
I'm
group
very
awareness
aware.
roll.
Okay.
Group
well,
awareness. Okay.
I'm not too aware today.
Okay.
That's
Look at
two
that
Gandalf
room.
rooms.
Yeah.
Launton and Toddles.
Hmm?
Looking around, this is not much of a stable. There's like one pathetic looking horse that's probably
Oh.
far too old.
Oh, that looks like my grandpa.
And you can also see there is a younger there is a child that's sort of watching from one of the windows in the house. You catch them sort of looking down. There's like a really strange sort of feeling as this child's looking down. They're sort of looking down at you, but also looking down on you.
Okay.
I'm a hobbit. I don't know if I care.
Yeah,
that they're-
I'm also
Hi.
waving. Hello.
Close the shutters.
Have a nice day. Yes, some people are just like that, I suppose.
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
The first thing I want to do is I want to get a few pebbles, if there's some pebbles around, and throw it at the shutters,
What were you doing?
trying to get their attention again.
Why?
Well, they look so sad.
They did look pretty sad.
Yeah, I just trying to get their attention.
I don't have any cheese left.
You grab some pebbles. So you are particularly good at throwing rocks, if I'm not mistaken.
I am, but
I am
don't-
also, so I was going to volunteer, but if you are, then that's perfect.
What do I roll for that?
Do you have
roll
the
unarmed or
special?
something.
You have the special Hobbit BS?
Yep, it's a feat, and it's the one that gives you the bow, or the ability to
think there's
still
a
use your bow in a group.
Specific one though for like tossing pebbles.
I've got the small folk and the art of disappearing. Those are the only two I have.
Okay, hold on. Let me just
The
look.
skill called Sure at the Mark includes bows
it.
and throwing rocks.
Yep,
Oh,
so I
okay.
might have it.
I don't have that one.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
I
Uh,
read that.
Mark?
She does.
Sure at the mark. Yep.
Okay.
If you, when that's bigger than you, additionally. All your
If you
ranged
attack by
attacks are
throwing a
favored.
stone-
Thank you. Mhm.
Yeah, if you attack by throwing a stone, the roll produces a piercing blow on the result of a Gandalf rune.
Ah, that's
Okay.
like still.
Sure.
I don't want to shatter their window.
Well,
Could you imagine?
you can roll your bows. This would be considered like an improvised kind of weapon. So it's just minus a 1 bonus.
I'll just let him do it.
Yeah, I'll do that then. Okay. Yep, I will. Let's see, let me make sure. -1, you said.
Hmm?
It's 1. No target worry. Right? I'm not sure what to do with the target.
Right. You're still rolling versus your target number. Okay.
Oh, so no.
Yeah. Okay. So you throw the rock. It doesn't really hit the shutter. Kind of hits the side of the house.
Okay. If there's no reaction, then I don't think I'll follow through with what I was gonna do. So yeah, I guess I was hoping to get their attention. I was just gonna
What for?
just
make him smile.
I was gonna ask them some riddles and just get their mind, just something to be
Ooh.
nice. But it's
Like what?
okay. Like what? You may catch me, but you cannot throw me. What am I?
A cold.
Wind.
Yes,
Oh,
that's right.
A cold is
Master
perfect.
Dwarf.
A dwarf.
Wow.
Okay. What is always coming but never arrives?
Tomorrow.
Pass.
Yes, tomorrow. You're wonderful.
Sorry, what?
What did you say? I didn't hear what he said.
I did.
Probably for the best.
Leave it at that. That's fine. But yeah, I just figured it might have been nice, just I don't know.
Well, I mean, who doesn't love riddles? I think it's a great idea.
I just feel like
Too
they're shut
bad.
up in there, but then they shut themselves. I don't know. It's okay. So leave it
Maybe
be.
they're one of those ones that, doesn't like to go outside.
I mean, maybe. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Well, what do we want to do there, Rioth, with the cart? I mean, we can't just.
I look at the cart and I.
Well, I mean, the cart has come in handy with us before. We can't take it
has.
with us.
I'm sure we can. At the first sign of trouble, we can always just get rid of it. But if anybody is injured, it has been a good. How would you say? Well, is gurney the right word? It's been a good.
Yeah, I think that's
Gurney?
the right word.
triage platform. Well, I mean, honestly, it's not a bad idea. It's not laden down with wares as much, so maybe.
No.
Oh, should we be bringing our ponies still? We're still bringing our
Yeah.
ponies, right? I mean, that's still.
Like we could.
It is going to be a rather precarious journey. If you want to bring your ponies, you can. Otherwise, I'm sure you
Precarious.
can leave it here.
Mountains.
Aye, mountains and the like. Rusty is used to this sort of life.
What do you think?
I don't know.
I don't
I mean,
know.
I suppose we could maybe, leave them here and tell them that when, Mama come to sell in a couple of months, that it's for them. I'm sure the Hobbit folk would do that for us. Leave
Yeah.
some money
Yeah, I
or
mean,
whatever.
maybe we should do that. I mean, we didn't even go that far. I mean, we did go far out of the Shire, but it just the trouble that we ran into, and I don't know. It just.
Maybe they're one of those ones that, doesn't like to go outside.
I mean, maybe we should do that. I mean, Yeah, maybe we should. I don't know. Whenever Piper wakes up, we can
all
ask her if
decide
she's
together.
okay and
Rio,
Yeah.
you know that it would definitely be a lot slower. Without
With the cart?
Even
without
if we're on the
ponies.
cart. Oh, okay.
Oh, you're going to bring the cart still.
Aye,
Just-
and they'd be in the cart.
Okay.
We'll talk to Piper about it, I suppose. See what she says.
Yeah.
When she
Because
wakes
the
up
one-
from her drunken stupor.
The one thing we did not purchase is anything for the animals today, and I'm just realizing that now.
Oh, well, food and the like, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I assumed that was... Yes, you're right. We should go pick some of that up.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll figure it out. I don't know what's best. I don't know. Taking them, leaving them, I don't know.
Maybe Anduin will have an opinion on it.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. We should ask him.
He's been walking the entire way, no?
Yeah, but he might not want us to walk the whole way.
And Anduin's steps are like 4 of our steps,
He's like the step of a pony,
Yeah.
almost.
Just swathing stride.
It's a shame that name's already taken. Strider, that is.
Oh yeah, that would be good for him, wouldn't it?
That name's taken, is it?
Well, aye.
Hmm.
As far as I know.
Oh, well.
Can you only have one name? Like, am I the only Toddles in the whole world?
I
No.
wouldn't know.
No.
Oh.
That'd be ridiculous. No, we've known multiple people back home that have the similar name.
Similar, but not the same.
That's true. It's never really been the same, is it? It's always a little different.
You think there's the Toodles out there?
Absolutely.
Well, what's better, Toodles or Toddles?
Toddles is better.
There must be
That's
at
not
least
a
one
question.
Toodles in one of these houses.
No.
It's not even a question, you're right. Thank you.
It's Toodles. Ridiculous name.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Like Edward.
Yeah, Edward.
It's a ridiculous name.
Why would
Ridiculous.
you hate your child so much that you name him Edward?
On the topic
wish.
of names, the name Dorin has been passed from King of Dwarves for a long time. Only recently, we've stopped that tradition.
Why did
Why?
you stop?
Yeah, why stop?
That's not for me to say. I'm not the
Oh.
king.
Oh,
That
All right.
sounds like very diplomatic.
that's a
response.
very, very, that's like what my gran says when she's like, we can't talk about that.
Yeah, it's
We're
not-
not gonna,
not for me to
but there's
say.
a lot of tea there. There's a lot, like a whole
Yeah.
pot.
It's not
Yeah.
to be questioned.
There's
Right.
a story. Oh, I won't question it, but
No,
I will.
I wasn't questioning so much as like commentary on the,
Yeah, just out.
Right. just
Yeah,
adding
outwardly.
to the, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
You know
saying
what, it's
why.
fine.
I'm just. But if I did ask why,
Mm-hmm. Which you won't, because you
No.
know better.
no, I do know better. And Durin's a good name. No reason to stop that. That's a great name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
be
2
sure it's a
syllables
great
and-
name. Right, well, let's get to feeding your horses then.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
great
Okay.
idea.
I wonder what
I wonder what
Anduin's
Anduin is up to.
doing. Mm-hmm.
Anduin.
I also wonder.
You are patrolling.
I didn't see you for a minute.
Oh, God.
Shh!
It's Swamp
Don't give
Thing.
away my position.
So, Anduin, you are making your way around the town of Bree.
Sorry, I tried to keep a straight face. I
I
can't.
am also
I
trying.
don't see him.
I don't see him.
This is not going to stay. This is like a
Yeah.
T-shirt that I threw over my head.
Oh, God. You are
Okay,
making
whatever.
your way-
I got my laugh. I have to take this off. It's not going to stay put.
I was listening. He showed up in full camo on cam just now.
You are making your way around Bree with Lilith. It's pretty amazing how well Gwylith moves amongst nature.
How is he gonna fall in love? I'm sorry.
And
Again?
uses the surroundings of Bree, and they have this sort of hedge wall around Bree. And sometimes you move close to town, sometimes you move away, usually following stray scents here and there. Go ahead and make a... I will take a hunting check or a... I would say scan or... let me see. Yeah, I would say hunting or scan, probably. I don't think awareness is going to come into play here.
Okay. What am I rolling for? What am I trying to do?
This is sort of investigating various things that you might find around the town of Bree on patrol.
Gotcha. I will roll a scan.
Okay, great success.
That is a great success, a pretty good roll.
How would you like to spend your extra success?
You know, the appropriate thing is probably to ask for additional insight to spot more things, but it seems more fitting that I go quietly. I am also flying under the radar, surprisingly, demonstrating that despite my height, I can stay out of very obvious sight lines when needed.
Very well. You follow the river around the hedge and make your way following Gwylith here and there. It's fun. There's a bit of a almost like a contest that's going on here as Gwylith moves quietly without sort of disrupting the environment. You do the same. Sort of whoever leads the way checks the others' movements and tracks to see what they've left behind, making sure that there is very little sign of a ranger or a Bjorning watching over Bree. It takes a while to make your way around Bree. You spend hours out here exchanging pleasantries with Gwylith, talking about some of the hunting game that might be around Bree. Any other topics that you're trying to bring up?
I would probably try, after a while, at some point, to ask...
He's no stranger to love. Sorry.
I would ask, at some point, like, who and what exactly are rangers? Like, where do they hail from? Who do they answer to? But if she's guarded about this topic, then I will not press too hard.
May I ask you a question in turn before I answer?
As you please.
I do not see many men taller than Strider. Where do you hail
He is
from?
quite tall. I come from the east. From the tribe of Bayon.
Ah. We have heard tale of your folk.
Hmm.
Is it true that you can turn into a bear?
I have never been able to do that entirely. My father Bayon, however, or the man Bayon who married my mother, I should say, he can. In no exaggeration. It is not a figure of speech or a tale. He is, when he pleases to be, a bear, and a very large one. I, on the other hand, only share a very small trace of the skin changer's blood. But when the time calls for it, I can embody the spirit of a bear. You can ask the hobbits that I travel with. I've done it once. When I rescued them from the Dunlandings, I needed to strike fear into the Dunlandings. And I called upon nature's fury.
That is truly impressive, Anduin of the River. Thank you for sharing. I answer your question then. We Rangers, we are a lonely people. We are keepers of the wild. We are hunters. But we hunt servants of the enemy. Our people are few, but we once were many. From the kingdom of Arnor. We must keep secrets. I hope you understand.
I can assure you, the secret is safe with me, because I have no idea what Arnor is.
Not many do these days.
Having been secluded in the East so long, I'm sure there are many lands and realms I have never heard of. I'm sorry to hear that your people are without a home.
We've done well to last as long as we have. There are some among us, some that have well, the spirit of our people. They keep us together.
You speak of Strider.
Perhaps. I hope. Now, if you're done clomping around, maybe you can be a bit more quiet.
Sorry.
Made a nice set of tracks behind you there.
My apologies. I had to fix the broken branch you left behind.
Oh no, he didn't.
Very well. Let's see if you can keep up. And
Oh my god.
she starts to like take off.
Okay.
Contested roll. Contested roll.
I'm not rolling anything. I don't have anything to roll.
Athletics.
And when rolls twice.
Anduin, you can make an athletics check.
Is it stealth or athletics or both?
This time it's athletics.
Okay. That is
Wow. Amazing.
a extraordinary success.
Amazing. Yes. So, you are no slouch, Anduin. You easily keep up with Gwyleth, and yeah, it's a nice few hours, Anduin. You probably haven't done anything like hunt with another person for a while, and even if this is a patrol, you've probably picked up some food and stuff to hunt along the way.
I haven't gone hunting with another person in 7 years. This is a nice change of pace.
It's been some time since I've gone hunting myself.
I was totally talking to Loremaster, but I guess I also said that to Gwyn. What?
You spend a few hours doing this, and you can see night start to fall. And Gwyleth suggests we should probably make our way back.
Oh,
It was a good thing that we didn't see much. I was worried we might see some more goblins.
We mustn't tell Rioth. He would be too excited.
Your friend seems to enjoy goblins. I can't say that's normal.
Enjoys the killing of them, perhaps, yes. His people have a long history of bad blood. I don't know how familiar you are with dwarven history, but I am sure no one likes goblins. But I suspect that few hate them quite as much as Durin's folk.
That is true. Well, what I think is a larger party of goblins. I don't suspect your friend will go hungry for challenge.
I will try to rein him in should he attempt to take on a challenge that is beyond us. I try not to question his pride too much. Seems to be an integral part of who he is. Perhaps it's some dwarven blood. I don't know. But I am keenly aware that we have limits on how many we can fight at once. Sometimes I think I may need to remind Rioth of this. Otherwise, he would challenge the whole world himself.
Oftentimes, when our people are young, they are bold. Must remind them The boldness is all well and good. But there are few of us that remain. And taking care and precaution is more often the safer path.
You echo the very words of my own people. There are not many skin changes left. And while strength is an excellent virtue to have, it is useless without the wisdom to guide it. I sense that your people and my own are perhaps not quite so different. Aside from turning into a bear.
Well, there are some of my people that we may not be able to turn into bears. Some live a very long time. I hope you are able to live a long life as well.
I hope I live a life that is meaningful and impactful. Being long would be an added bonus, I suppose.
I suppose it would. Well,
I'm going to head back, make sure my short friends haven't gotten themselves into all manner of troubles while I've been out. And I will be back at the Prancing Pony should you or Strider need to come looking for me. And if you see him, I still must speak with him before he leaves.
will do.
Take care.
Take care, Anduin of the River, and may your travels find you well. I hope to see you again.
Likewise.
Gwyleth will give you a little smile and pull up her hood as you can see the wane light of afternoon begin to fade. Dusk begins to come on. As you head back to the Prancing Pony, rejoin your friends. I think you find the group back in your room. Everyone having a rather successful day of shopping, patrolling, and making their way around Bree. Anduin makes his way inside.
Oh, there you are.
Hello.
How did it go? I don't know what it is. But
Well, I learned quite a bit about the outskirts of Bree and the lay of the land.
oh,
There were no real signs of any threats today. Willith made it sound like the Rangers do this on the regular. Make a habit of scouting around and protecting the towns. Like secret guardians of sort. I didn't realize they were so active in looking out for others here.
oh, that's rather very nice of him. Wait, you don't get paid for that or anything. They just do this out of a responsibility or something.
The land is everyone's responsibility.
Well, I can agree with that. Absolutely. You've got some like leaves in your hair a little.
Huh.
I don't.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
you say something? You don't just walk around with leaves in your hair.
I brought some ale.
It did. Oh, I don't know. I just
Yeah. And they're letting us come up with some food in a minute.
Oh.
Some
Good.
good ahead of the war.
Anduin, you're back. Do you want an ale?
Absolutely. I am.
You can have one of mine.
I have sore legs. Quite a bit of walking today.
How did it go?
Well, I was actually just telling Launton the same thing. It was a good chance to get the lay of the land and see the surrounding areas of Bree. I get the impression the Rangers do this quite often. Quillith seemed to know every route in and out of town and where the local animals were and where goblins would likely strike from.
No sign of trouble then.
Didn't find anything out of the ordinary, although
Oh, that's good. That's good.
she was quite insistent as we head east, though, that this large group of goblins which ambushed a caravan from Tharbad may be lurking east of here, so we will need to be on guard.
Where are they? Are they staying near the roads? I mean, wouldn't it be smarter to be off the road? You know,
We don't know.
Oh.
They
I would say the answer is yes. It is probably safer to be off of roads if we can help it, which is part of the reason that I was suggesting we don't bring a large cart with us.
I see.
Okay, so that answers that then.
Well, but ponies and horse is fine.
Horses don't need roads. Roads are for people.
Okay, well, we had a hard time selling the cart, so we were wondering if we should sell the ponies instead and take the cart, but I think that answers that then.
Yeah.
I see. To travel all the way to Rivendell on foot, I don't think would be wise. That is a long distance.
How do
Horses
you
would
intend
be
to
best.
make it?
Are you getting a horse?
Well, either I continue walking as I have been, and have been for many years, or I try to find a horse of a large stature.
The only horse that matches that description I saw was a rather sickly one by a rather unbecoming man called Fernie.
Well, if there are no suitable mounts, then I suppose I will walk. You know that my people back east got most of our horses from the dwarves of the Lonely Mountain and Iron Hills?
Oh,
Is that so?
The dwarves of the Iron Hills in particular. There's a breed of horse there called Jornhesker. They're quite tall and able to carry my folk around. I dearly wish I had one right now.
I suppose the odds of us going that particular direction isn't likely where we're going, right? I mean, I'm not
All the
familiar
way
with
to the all the way to the Iron Hills, London. Do you know where this is?
I don't
Rusty
know. I
is
don't.
fairly
I
young,
mean,
but
That
honestly,
is-
outside of Bree, I don't.
That
technically
is
we do have one.
what?
I said Rusty is fairly young still, but technically we do have one.
Oh, I did not realize he had that same blood in him. London, sorry, I did not mean to laugh at.
No, absolutely.
Oh, it's
no,
all right.
I mean, honestly, I can understand if you made a similar, I guess, question about the Shire. I could have this. There's no. I don't take no offense, please.
The Iron Hills, we would have to travel all the way east, first to Rivendell, where we are already heading.
Okay.
Then we would have to make the crossing up and over the Misty Mountains down to the other side. We would then have to cross east all the way across the Vales of Anduin, my people's land, all the way to the river, which would be many, many miles of open fields. We would then have to cross the great river itself. We would then have to pass east through the land of the elves, the Mirkwood, all the way through the wood, which stretches on for many, many miles. And then, past that, we would finally be able to see the Iron Hills, which we would then have to walk to.
So not
so
a
that's
deep
right
then.
out. That's
In
right.
other
Out.
words,
Yeah,
in
no.
yes,
Right.
we are probably not going to be able to buy said
I
horse
think at
anytime
this
soon.
notion, at the description of the journey over, Ryuth kind of looks away, lost in thought for a second.
Well, maybe we can just keep our eyes out in town. Maybe someone's up for selling one, something that you can ride, and if not, then you
Yeah,
still
and
take.
maybe somebody in town wants a cart. You know, maybe the blacksmith wants it. You never know.
I never stopped to think about just how far I've traveled until I stopped and said it all out loud.
Yeah, you said it in a very short time period, but I still felt the different, like the distance with each
Oh,
new
yeah.
area you were saying. So,
It's like the Shire, like 9 times over
it's
or more.
Yeah, it's funny how you don't realize how much world is out there. Like I thought that we traveled a long distance, but
Yeah.
It would be like the journey to Tharbad, probably 8 times over.
Or worse.
And,
With much
and-
great
less,
shot either
with
way.
much less forgiving terrain.
right.
But you are right, it is easy to lose track, I suppose. Good part of life is putting one foot in front of the other even when you don't want to. Sometimes you forget about how often you've done it.
Yeah.
or if you want to forget about it, right? I mean, not all journeys are pleasant ones.
This is true. There are some things from my past I would happily forget, but my travels are not one of them. I am proud to say I have seen so much of this world, probably more than most. Speaking of travels, did you find Thorian by any chance?
No luck. By all accounts, he must have already left town, though we have not checked the east gate yet.
Could
I see.
check tomorrow morning.
Aye.
Yeah.
First thing. Well,
First thing.
second thing, third thing, fourth thing. You know, because we gotta have
right,
breakfast, right? And then we have to go pick those things up,
Yeah.
which is the second and the third thing,
Yeah.
and then the fourth thing would be
Well, I suppose tomorrow we look for Thorian. If we cannot
Right.
find him, then hopefully the Rangers can help us.
right,
Well, either way, 1 foot forward, right?
right into my bed, and I immediately hop onto the bed and lay down while I'm waiting for food, but I fall asleep. I'll wake up the second the food arrives, though, of course.
Of course.
Piper will
doubt.
return with some food.
I'm up.
And yeah. She opens the door and says,
And like,
"Somebody help me with this."
And I'm like sitting up to the sound of the door opening. Yep, I'm here. I'm up.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm Saturday. Getting the stuff to dole
Yep,
out.
helping. Absolutely, I will help with that.
Thank you.
As Piper hands things over, Anduin, you start to feel kind of strange. You feel a slight headache start to occur, and then suddenly it gets progressively worse, and your vision starts to go a little blurry. At the same time, as Piper is beginning to dig into food, the plate falls to the ground and shatters.
Oh,
You look at Piper, and you can see Piper's eyes have gone all white. She falls to the ground on her knees, and a voice begins to come out of Piper's mouth. And Anduin, it sounds like this voice is reverberating through your head. You are the same as your forefather. You will cower and die. I can feel your connection to this one. You will never see your home again. Piper falls to the ground, shaking. Anduin, it sounds like someone was ringing a bell inside your head.
Piper? Piper, home. Oh,
Piper,
Is everything okay?
she just collapsed.
Yeah.
Piper stares, wide-eyed, up at the ceiling, eyes glazed over, white.
No. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
I don't know. Let's get her on the bed. Let's lay her down.
Okay.
Let's lay her down. I don't know. Get a cloth and we'll get it wet and put it on her head.
There is a loud at your door.
Oh.
I reach for my axe.
Do you think that's more ale?
My spear.
We don't want any!
I'm going to yank the door open without warning, with spear at the ready, and
You see
confront.
Strider beyond the door.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Strider stares wide-eyed at you. What is going on?
You have questionable timing. Come in and close the door, or be gone. One of the two.
Who is that?
Yeah, I don't. Who?
I'll explain in
don't-
a minute.
Okay. What do I do, Anduin? She's cold and clammy.
The blanket. Get and
Strider rushes over to Piper on the ground.
Oh, excuse you.
Let him look at
Excuse
her.
me.
Oh,
And he will sort of push the hair aside on Piper's face. He looks into her eyes and he starts to whisper. Piper. And there is this calm feeling begins to, despite the situation, spread out around you. Everything gets just a little bit still. Night has fallen, but there is brightness in the candlelight around the room. And Piper stills. Strider looks up and says, "She sleeps for now."
what did you do just
What'd you
then?
do?
What was that?
I calmed her mind. She was under great pain.
Thank you.
This curse. And Strider looks at you, Anduin, and you are unconsciously like a little bent over and holding your head. That reverberation, that pounding like a bell going off inside your brain still resonates. You feel more calm now.
Thank you for helping her. I don't know what you did, and hopefully it will put her mind at some ease. Toddles, Launton, this is the Ranger Strider, whom I met yesterday.
Oh,
Pleasure to meet you.
He knows
Pleasure.
the way to Rivendell.
oh, he does.
Oh,
Forgive me, I have there's pain in my head.
Are you alright? I rush over.
I
Can I help?
frankly no, I do not think you can, but I appreciate the offer.
Okay.
I think it is the same thing that affected Piper.
Oh no. Not you too.
You're not
Mr.
going to fall in a
Strider.
minute, are you?
I will not be bested by a headache.
Mr. Strider, as you could say, we're in a sort of dire straits. Do you have a map or something? We need to get going as soon as possible. We are told the elves can help.
I have no map,
Oh,
but if you will have me, I would join you on the way to Rivendell. I must speak
Yes.
with Lord Elrond.
please. Who?
Another sword for the road would be excellent, especially one that knows the way. Willith believes that this large group of goblins is east of here, and there are plenty of them for the slaying.
I don't know. Does he have a horse, or will he slow us down too?
Excuse me, I walk faster than your horse.
Well, you walked faster than our ponies too, so.
Listen, Rusty, you haven't seen Rusty do anything yet. He's been lugging a cart this entire time.
I just look apologetically at Strider.
I look
Oh,
questioningly
folk.
up at Strider, full of
My companions.
Your folk are well-tempered. This will not be an easy trip.
Our trip so far has not been easy. I do not expect that to change.
Master Dwarf,
Aye.
you are from Far East, are you not?
Aye. How did you know?
There is much we must discuss. We will leave at first light.
Very well.
Take care to watch your companions. And
I know. Slowly
Strider,
and once.
Strider will look towards you, Anduin. He's going to look a bit overlong. And he says, "This is malevolent, as most curses are. But it seems to truly hate you. It is vengeful, and it is dark. Do not give in, even if it surprises you. Be careful. We leave at first light. Watch over your friend. Our trip be far more dangerous.